You know, I'm sure that some in the corporate world would say yes, but I think, as we heard today from Lanny Brewer in the conference, if it's okay to allude to the conference, I think there's some positive aspects, certainly to a greater degree of enforcement. As we've heard from the DOJ, more than half of their settlements have been with ex-US companies, so in terms of leveling the playing field and the other kind of benefits that come from active enforcement, such as, you know, benefits to society, which frankly are not de minimis, then I think it's actually a positive trend. Generically, no. Some, yes. But I would say, by and large, probably not. And I think that is due in large part to incredibly still a lot of companies not really understanding the risks that are out there. And I would say, I would even put a lot of U.S. companies in that box, notwithstanding the arguably higher degree of regulatory enforcement in the U.S. than elsewhere. Well, the usual factors I'm sure everybody's heard about, such as the geography you operate in, your governmental touch points, whether you have a lot or a few, kind of your business model. Do you deal direct with your customer, or do you deal through agents or other third parties, which tends to be a pretty high risk area. But I would add to that now, certainly, what's happening with respect to your peers in the industry. It's no secret. DOJ and SEC have made it quite public that they intend to pursue cross-industry enforcement. So to the extent that you have competitors or peers that are in front of the regulators, then that would be another risk factor for sure. I think the only way to do that is to look for issues. Any compliance program can only be assessed based on how well it's operating. The only way to tell how well it's operating is to kick the tires. And I think it's a truism that if you don't look, you don't find. I think most companies, even with arguably excellent compliance programs, if they look, they still find, simply because with global companies having tens of thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands of employees, things will happen. So I think the way to assess it is to have an active monitoring and compliance checking program.